Hello and what's up, beautiful people? Welcome to All in Five. In this video, today we are going to talk about 5 abandoned places in the world. So let's know what actually it is. Sukhumi train station. This train station is located at Abkhazia, Georgia. Sukhumi train station is an abandoned train station which was used last between 1992 and 1993. This train station was once a thriving rail hub for the city. When the railway finally reached the city in the 1930s, construction work began with the first station opening in 1940. The station was built in the Stalinist architectural style, which made it both beautiful and forward-boarding in equal measures. The line later became incorporated into the Trans-Caucasian Railway, with including all the facilities built in the mid-1950s. Sukhumi train station was closed during the war in Abkhazia when rebel forces and loyalist Georgians came into violent conflict during the early 1990s. Talking about its present situation, the train station is abandoned and partially reclaimed by nature, making Sukhumi train station for an interesting as well as creepy experience. SS Airfield. This is a wrecked ship located at Hormuz Bay, which is used to be home to various ship-breaking operations during the mid-20th century of Sydney, Australia. Numbers of wrecked hulls remain in this area, including the most famous among them, which is the SS Airfield. This ship was constructed and used from the United Kingdom in 1911, and later it was named as SS Airfield in Australia in 1912, which was used as a steam collier. SS Airfield was used for transporting supplies during World War II and back to service as a steam collier post-war until it was decommissioned in 1972. When industrial operation scaled down, the bay became a dumping ground for a large range of unwanted material, from waste to broken-up ships, even toxic industrial waste. Talking about its present situation, the ship has been reclaimed by the nature, making its look and amazingly beautiful, but it is still a creepy, abandoned shipwreck. New Bedford Orpheum. This building is an abandoned theater which is located in New Bedford, USA. Orpheum Theatre opened its doors on April 15, 1912. If it sounds familiar, then it was the same day that the Titanic sank. This theatre is believed to be the second oldest in the nation, which was built a year after the Orpheum Theatre in Los Angeles. When the theatre was in use, it seated almost 1,500 people. The Orpheum Theatre was closed in 1958 and was only opened for special occasions thereafter. It was later sold to a tobacco company who used it for storage in 1962, but it is now largely invalid. Talking about its present situation, the back of the theatre is currently using for a supermarket, but rest of the space is still empty. It is come to know that there are plans in future to revive the building by a non-profit organization. Their objective statement says they are out to promote arts, culture, diversity and education, to hold, organize and promote events for public participation, to manage the theatre to the benefit by using its stated purpose, and to do any all acts permitted by a corporation organized under Chapter 180 of the General Laws of Massachusetts 2004. Village Health Saturn Hospital. This hospital is situated near Berlin in a small town called Village, which is famous for asparagus. Village Hospital is considered as a governmental building which stopped to provide services from around 1994 to 1995. It was built at the beginning of the 20th century in order to provide treatment for patients who suffered from tuberculosis. The hospital contained almost all needed facilities during that period of time, comprising around 60 buildings. When this place was in use, it could be housing 12,000 patients at the same time. IAE Saturn Hospital was used as a military hospital during the World Wars and was also commanded for Nazi experiments during World War II. The building was captured by Soviet forces during the final days of the war and also considered their biggest military treatment center outside of Russia until 1994. After the retreat of Russia in 1995, the area was up for sale, but most of the building immediately began to decay. Talking about its present situation, small parts of it are still in use for neurological research and treatment, but the majority of the giant field still stands abandoned. IAE Cooling Tower. This tower is located at Charleroi, Belgium, in an area called Monsieur-sur-Sambre. IAE Cooling Tower is left abandoned since 2007. The cooling tower, which was converted to an abandoned power station, still dominates the skyline, but no longer produces steam. It was constructed in 1921 and was also considered one of the largest coal-burning power plants in Belgium during that period of time. Talking about its features, it was able to cool 480,000 gallons of water, which is about 1.8 million liters per minute. By the 1970s, new components were even added to the power plant that could also use gas power. Later, a report found that the power plant alone was responsible for producing 10% of Belgium's carbon dioxide emissions. Due to such reason, protests from Greenpeace in 2006 gave the IAE Cooling Tower a lot of negative attention, ultimately leading to its closure in 2007. After this, there were lots of reports of looting on this tower by metal scrappers, but today there are often security guards. The tower is still abandoned, but it continues to stand as a popular location for urban visitors. This much for today. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe our channel. For more updates of upcoming videos, you can also follow us on Facebook or Instagram @allinFIBEE or link in description. Until then, this is Prasan Tamang, narrator of All in 5, signing out. Peace.